Hoggie's beer reviews. Hoggie's beer reviews.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Hoggie's Beer Reviews, and today we're doing a double review. The reason there's two beers on the table for today's video is because these are the two beers available from Kilsen. Kilsen is a Brazilian brewery. These are imported. This is Kilsen from Brazil. This is Brazil. This is Kilsen, their dark beer, Malzbier. It says on there. Kilsen dark beer, Malzbier, the best dark beer of Brazil, not Brazil. Okay, and here's the other one. Kilsen Extra, pure malt. Yeah, anytime a beer says pure malt, it makes me wonder, because pure malt, supposedly when it's pure malt, that means it has no adjunct grains, it has no rice, no corn, you know, it's just barley, it's just real malt, you know, so we'll see. Now, I'm going to splice into this video part of the first video, because I've already had this beer, I've already tried this one, I should say, and I reviewed it on the webcam on my laptop when I first got my laptop months ago. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys that before I actually get to this review. Tell you the quick story. I discovered these beers thanks to my coworker, Journal. Journal's Haitian, his English isn't that great, and one day at work, about 4 or 5 months ago, I see an empty beer bottle in the trash can at work, inside. I'm like, what the hell, how'd this get here? And I ask around, and they tell me it was Journal, so I go ask Journal. I'm like, hey man, you were drinking a beer this morning? He goes, no, that's not beer. I'm like, well, no, Journal, I saw the bottle. It's, you know, it's alcohol percentage, it's a lager, it's beer. He goes, no, it's not beer. I don't know what the hell it is, but it tastes like piss. Where'd you get it? And, you know, I asked a few questions, and he got it at his local supermarket. They had them 3 for $1. He bought a few, quite a few. And then he tried it, and he spit it out because he said it's disgusting, it's not beer, it's not juice, he doesn't know what it is, but it tastes like piss. And he said, you know, I was like, no, but Journal, it's beer. I saw the bottle. You don't believe me? I'll bring them to you. Okay. So I got me a few beers. He brought me this guy and 2 of these guys. And when I got the laptop, coincidentally, a few days after that, I did the first review of this beer on the laptop. So, you know, before I pour it and drink it here, let me just take a look at the bottle. Brewed and bottled by Alibras Alimentos Brasileiros Limitada, Chapeco, I don't know. Chapeco, I don't know how you would pronounce that, in Brazil, imported by Garcia Imports of Orlando, Florida. There's not a lot of information on these guys online, trust me, I looked. Can't find anything on Beer Advocate. I just saw the website for Garcia Imports where they have a couple of like little YouTube videos where they're like at like Carnival or whatever little street carnival party thing, and they're having people try it. And it's a bunch of drunks. It's like, you know, and it's a smart move. Find a drunk, because you know if you give a drunk a beer, they'll tell you it's a great fucking beer just because you're giving them a beer. So just punch it up, Kilsen, I forget the actual website, wix.com or some weird shit, but whatever. So there's not a lot of information. That's why I'm reading what it says here. It says Kilsen Extra was created for those who are able to distinguish a quality beer from the rest. It was prepared with carefully selected ingredients. Kilsen Extra is a high quality beer with full-bodied flavor, accentuated aroma, light color. It is an exquisite beer. And that's not the best writing, it might have been translated, but whatever, imported from Brazil. And that's it. Kilsen, since 1996, and this is 12 fluid ounces, 5.5% alcohol by volume. So, I still want to save the cap, cool little Kilsen cap. Twist off, cool. Now I've been sitting on it for a while, but I've, you know, kept it out the light, kept it safe, kept it at a good temperature. Let's see if it still holds up. It has a nice rich color, it's slightly hazy, a lot of carbonation. The head is a bit pop fizzy, but it looks like, it's not like that soda head that you get on a Budweiser. It looks like it has a little more depth to it. And I like the color because it is not crystal clear. It's got the hazy quality almost of like a wheat beer. Like a Belgian wit, something like that. And yeah, there's no nasty vegetable adjunct smells in the nose. You get pale malts, very simple. hint of sweetness, hint of earthiness. And yeah, but before I taste it, let me roll to the old footage and give you guys the original, authentic first impression of this beer. First impression, is it worse than piss? That's what my man said. Tastes like a pretty good lager. Smooth. Bit of fizz up front. Kind of that pear-ish lager yeast flavor. Hint of earthy hop. That's your bittering, that's your bitterness. Not offensive at all. Not spectacular, not overwhelming, not a lot of flavor, but not offensive at all. It's kind of like a heavier Pilsner. A little more of a malt body than your typical Pilsner. It says all malt beer. Not really, but not that bad. Body is light, earthy hop, perry yeast, light pale malt. Reminds me of a Pilsner maybe, like a Czech Pilsner. Yeah, a very plain Czech Pilsner, but along those lines, no funky smells, no skunk, no funk, no adjunct. I'll drink this over Budweiser any day of the week. Full review coming soon, along with that other beer he gave me, which I don't have with me now. But yeah, shouts out to my man Jorno, the Haitian sensation. Now back to me. Alright, you saw that. That was months ago. That was my first taste of the beer. Now, I'm going to taste it again. And you know what? We'll both be watching this on the computer at some point in the future. Comparing my two different reactions. So, sweetness and a bit of like an apple pear kind of thing in yeah, the aftertaste reminds me of pear. It really does. I don't know if that's the yeast they use or what. A little bit of earthy bitterness towards the end. It reminds me a bit of a Czech Pilsner, a tame Czech Pilsner, but again, no nasty corn, veggie, adjunct flavors. So this could quite possibly be, as they say, a pure malt beer prepared with carefully selected ingredients. Hey. If so, cool. I hope they keep importing them and we see these more often, because this is better than Budweiser, guys. Amazingly, it really is. Ugh. This is better than a lot of the cheap, shitty beers out there. There's a lot of really good lagers out there, so if I'm going to rate this, it's still a little too tame to be a glass half full, but it's a glass half empty, pushing half full. I mean, as far as my ratings go, I like it. I think it's pretty decent. And before I ramble on any further, let me get to this guy. Kilsen Malzbier, 12 fluid ounce, 3.7% alcohol by volume. So it's dark and it's low in alcohol. Again, imported from Brazil, the same stuff. It's, oh, and this is the part that kills me. Malt beverage with caramel color added. Oh, you know, they won me over with this guy and then they added caramel color on this guy. I'm not too thrilled about trying this just because it's only 3.7% and there's caramel color added. You know, I'll take fat and grease and calories and carbs over fake colorings. I hate anything that has yellow number 5, you know, blue number 3 or whatever the fuck. I don't need fake colors in what I'm ingesting. So, I don't know why I did that. It was a twist. Old habits die hard. All right, let's get this over with and drink this. Oh. Yeah, that color's like really rich and deep and it doesn't look natural. I don't know about this. Again, it's like a dark khaki head, so that's cool. Ooh, it smells really sweet. Not like sugary sweet, but like a molasses kind of thing. It's like an Aunt Jemima sweetness, you know? And there's not much else there. I'm not getting too much. There's a hint of like toasted malts, but it's, you know, it's being smothered by Aunt Jemima. It is pitch black though. I mean, it's the color of a Guinness. And there's some kind of sediment because I can see something floating around in the glass. Oh yeah, this is unfiltered. There are pieces, and I hope that's yeast sediment because there's stuff floating around in there. It's hard to see, but oh yeah, yeah. I don't like the looks of this. I'm not taking another sip of that shit. It's Aunt Jemima. It's unnaturally sweetened. It's like if you took like a Coke and just took a bottle of Aunt Jemima and went, you know, did one of those. It's disgusting. I think this is a Hoggie's beer review first. That fucker as is going down the drain. I will not drink that. I'll drink Four Loko and high gravity malt liquors. I'll drink Cisco. I'll drink a flat Budweiser before I drink that fucking thing. I tell you what, take every foul beer I've ever reviewed. Okay, the foul ones, all the malt liquors, all the bush, all the nasty shit, all the ice beers. Put them in a blender, mix them up, let it get flat, and I'll drink that before I drink that. This I'm gonna finish though. So there's your opinion on Kilsen. Their extra lager is halfway decent. The Malzbier is purely, sheerly, simply, amazingly, completely fucking disgusting. Yeah, we're done. Laters, guys. It's disgusting. Journal, what's up? Just in case you thought I was fucking around, no fucking way. Hoggie's first drain pour. Trust me, this shit is nasty. Never stay the fuck away from it. By the way, you see all those little particles down there? All that little brown crumb looking shit? That was in the fucking beer. Fucking A.